The New England Patriots are officially back in action with organized team activities underway. And while there's plenty to feel optimistic about, not everything is sunshine and roses in Foxborough. As is often the case this time of year, the team got hit with a mix of encouraging progress and some unfortunate setbacks. But that's the nature of the NFL offseason. Every day brings new revelations, new performances, and of course, new questions. Let's dive into the good stuff. First, because there is definitely something brewing when it comes to EEJ Chisum III, the young wide receiver is making waves, and not just in the background, let's wait and see kind of way. He's out there looking like a player who is not just trying to earn a spot on the 53-man roster, but demanding one. And this isn't just fluff coming out of OTA hype. Chisum has been taking advantage of every single rep, every single opportunity, and he's showing that he belongs in this league, with Kendrick Bourne not participating, which, to be fair, isn't a huge shock considering OTAs are voluntary, and other wideouts like Stephen Diggs and others being limited, the door was wide open for someone to step up. Chisum saw that and ran through it. He's been matched up at times with Christian Gonzalez, who's not exactly a slouch on defense, and even then, Chisum has found ways to get separation, make catches, and prove he's more than just a camp body. One standout play came on a dig. A route where he made a contested catch that had the sideline buzzing. The agility, the sharpness in his cuts, the ability to find soft spots in coverage, it's all there. People love to question whether a guy like Chisum has the speed for the position. Sure, maybe he's not blowing past defenders with elite top-end speed, but speed isn't everything. Agility, footwork, and the ability to shift direction on a dime, especially in the slot, are just as valuable, if not more so, in the Patriots system. Watching him work, you can't help but wonder how this guy went undrafted. But sometimes, those are the players that come in hungry, chip on the shoulder, and end up contributing in big ways. Now, shifting to the trenches, Kony White has also been turning heads. He's been lining up against Will Campbell regularly, and that one-on-one battle has been pure iron sharpening iron. You want young guys to grow? You don't throw them against the second or third string. You throw them in the fire. You pit them against someone with a mean streak, someone who's going to challenge them every single snap. That's how both of these guys are getting better. Kony White, still early in his career, benefits immensely from reps against someone like Campbell and vice versa. There's a competitive edge to their matchup, and that's exactly the kind of thing coaches love to see this time of year. While that's all playing out in the trenches, there's another position battle simmering beneath the surface that deserves attention. Cole Strange and Wes Schweitzer. Strange's time in New England has been rocky, to put it kindly. Injuries have plagued his development, and there's growing speculation that his spot on the roster may not be as secure as it once seemed. On the other side, Schweitzer comes in with starting experience, most recently with the Jets, and looks ready to compete. Schweitzer had a minor injury scare earlier in OTAs, but returned to the field, which is great news. Still, that moment opened up a window into just how thin the margin for error is in that left guard battle. Strange still has the pedigree and the upside, but if Schweitzer keeps pushing, that could get interesting fast. A lot of people are already writing Strange off, but the staff still sees something in him. And remember, OTAs are just the beginning. Once pads come on in training camp, we'll see who really wants it more. And as we talk about these position battles, let's not forget about the tight ends. Jaheim Bell has entered the conversation in a big way. The rookie has shown enough flashes to suggest he's not just going to be a camp story, he might actually carve out a role. Between Bell and Dre Archer, it's starting to feel like this. Team is loaded with options at skill positions, and the coaching staff is going to have some serious decisions to make. Running back is another fascinating position group. Antonio Gibson has looked sharp in drills, showcasing that dynamic dual threat ability that made him so dangerous in Washington. But then there's Trayvon Henderson, another young back trying to climb the depth chart and prove he can be the true number 2 behind Ramondre Stevenson. Henderson's got the burst, he's got the vision, and he's hungry. He's taking reps like his job depends on it, because frankly it does. So all of that, Chisum's rise, White's intensity, the Strange Schweitzer battle, the tight end drama, and the running back question marks, is what makes this period of the offseason so exciting. Nothing is set in stone yet. Everyone's trying to make their case before the calendar flips to training camp. and then eventually week 81. There are dozens of players on this roster who could surprise people, and the internal competition is only making this team better. Let's talk about Jahlani Tavai. The linebacker went down during team drills with what appeared to be a leg injury. Reports say he was on the field for a while before getting helped up by teammates, including Mike Onwenu. Now, anytime a player goes down and doesn't pop right back up, there's concern, especially when it's a non-contact injury. Those are the ones that tend to scare teams the most. Plant, cut, twist, and just like that, a ligament is in trouble. These are the kinds of injury strength and conditioning coaches work tirelessly to prevent with change of direction drills, agility, training, and muscle adaptation. But no matter how much you train, you can't completely eliminate risk. Football is a violent, demanding game, and sometimes bodies just give out. We don't yet have confirmation on the severity of Tavai's injury, but given how long he stayed down, is definitely something to keep an eye on. Tavai is a valuable piece because of his versatility. He can play off the ball, he can come up into the box, and he fits the hybrid linebacker mold that this defense values. There were whispers during the offseason that he could be a trade candidate, but even if that was true, his ability to fill multiple roles gives him added value. If he's forced to miss time, that's a blow to the depth and the flexibility of the linebacker core. Now let's circle back to Stefon Diggs. Yes, that's Stefon Diggs. The wideout is officially participating in OTAs, albeit in a limited capacity. That alone is a headline, considering he's still recovering from the ACL tear he suffered last season while playing for Houston. Most people didn't expect him to be doing much this early, so just being out there, running through drills, working with teammates, that's a big deal. Diggs has been relatively quiet publicly, but he did drop a post on his Instagram recently that said something along the lines of moving forward, which speaks volumes. Whatever drama there might have been earlier, whether it was injury frustration, contract issues, or anything else, it seems like he's ready to put that behind him. He's back on the field, and that's the most important thing. The real question now is simple. Will he be ready for week 1? That's the million-dollar question floating around Patriots Nation right now. Some days, watching him move, you'd think he's a lock to start the season healthy. Other days, you notice a hitch or a hesitation, and suddenly that optimism turns into caution. One fan reportedly even offered a bet, $100 on whether Diggs plays at least 8 games this year. And honestly, that kind of uncertainty captures exactly where things stand. You want to believe, but you're not entirely sure. We'll have to wait and see what the coming weeks bring. But for now, the presence of Diggs at practice, even in a limited role, is a step in the right direction. Still, beyond individual performances and isolated injuries, the most fascinating storyline right now is how this team is starting to take shape. And not just physically, but in attitude. You can feel a shift happening in Foxborough. There's a different kind of energy at these sessions, one that suggests the roster is in transition, not just from veterans to rookies, but from a previous era of Patriots football to something entirely new. And as this identity forms, the stakes rise for everyone involved. Every drill matters more when jobs are on the line. Every rep is being watched. Coaches are constantly evaluating body language, how players respond to mistakes, and who brings intensity when the pads aren't even on yet. That's what separates the ones who will be here in September from the ones who will be looking for work elsewhere. It's not just about catching the ball or making a block. It's about who understands what it means to be a Patriot. You look at someone like E.J. Chisum, and he seems to get it. Not just the route tree or the timing with quarterbacks, but the effort, the accountability, the awareness. Players like that earn their keep not only by making plays, but by proving day after day that they're reliable. That's exactly what New England needs as it reshapes its offensive identity, especially after a couple of frustrating seasons trying to recapture that old spark. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. There's a growing buzz in the NFL world tonight as whispers suggest that Terry McLaurin, the dynamic wide receiver known for his explosive plays and relentless work ethic, might be making a surprising move to the New England Patriots. Reports indicate that McLaurin was recently spotted arriving at the Patriots headquarters, sparking intense speculation among fans and analysts alike about a potential signing that could shake up the AFC East. If this rumor holds any weight, it would mark a significant shift for McLaurin, who has been a standout player since entering the league. Known for his sharp route running, sure hands, and ability to create separation even against top cornerbacks. McLaurin's arrival in New England could provide the Patriots with a much-needed boost in their receiving core. The Patriots, a franchise historically associated with calculated moves and strategic player acquisitions, have been searching for weapons to support their young quarterback, and McLaurin could be the perfect fit. Although nothing has been officially confirmed, the sighting at the Patriots facility alone has sent social media into a frenzy, with fans eager to see how the team might integrate McLaurin into their offensive scheme. Some insiders hint that the discussions could be in advanced stages, with McLaurin's camp and the Patriots working through the finer details of a potential deal. The possibility of this signing raises questions about the team's future strategy, especially with other high-profile receivers on the market and the Patriots' well-known penchant for building balanced, disciplined squads. Moreover, McLaurin's style of play seems to align well with New England's offense, which emphasizes precision, timing, and versatility. If the deal goes through, it could also mean that the Patriots are ready to make a more aggressive push this upcoming season, signaling their intent to reclaim dominance in their division. This potential acquisition could also impact the Patriots' salary cap situation and roster composition, suggesting that the front office is willing to invest in top talent to elevate the team's competitive edge. While the league waits for official confirmation, the mere possibility of Terry McLaurin donning the Patriots jersey is enough to ignite excitement and debate among football enthusiasts. Whether this turns out to be a masterstroke for New England or just a fleeting rumor, one thing is clear: the NFL offseason is already heating up, and every move is being scrutinized under a microscope. Stay tuned, because if McLaurin signs with the Patriots, it could be one of the most talked about moves of the year. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.